taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. You cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me.
Hello and welcome to FPL Agony, here to make fantasy football less like hell. It's Gameweek 38, the finale of the season. It's the big one. And even though we know who won, and even though we know who lost, it's that race for Europe that's going to have such a big impact on this game week. And we're here very early on a Sunday. It's early for us, 1:30, just in time for your Sunday lunch. So let's introduce you to our Cockney experts in residence. First up, if he was on our plate, he'd be the stuffing. Honestly, the best bit of the meal and goes well with any meat. Let's hear it for Scott. And Scott, of course, is beloved West Ham won the Europa Conference League.
Wait. KDB doesn't start.
KDB doesn't start. Massive news. I don't know why I did a drum beat for that. Massive news. KDB doesn't start. We're going to be talking about alternatives on the show. So that's going to be coming up in conversation. So Scott's beloved West Ham, they know what Europe's like. It was a few seasons ago, but they won the Europa Conference League a few years ago. And also our other Cockney expert in residence, if he was on the plate, it'd be the hot potato. I need to say it. No other words needed. Let's hear it for Signore.
Oi. Can't even say good evening. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And of course,
Afternoon.
Signore supports his beloved Chelsea, who are about to win the Europa Conference League on Wednesday next week, thus ensuring that the 8th place team gets a Conference League place. That's going to happen, isn't it, Signore?
I don't know. It depends what Chelsea turns up, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does. It turns out it was also going to determine who shows up today against Forest. What on earth are they going to do? Scott, let's come back to you with that breaking news then. Where have you heard that news? KDB doesn't start?
That's from the guys over on Twitter, Lazy FPL. They have a very good newsletter they send out on deadline day, and that's just come through. So official, he's not starting.
Yeah, so Cyan's already reacting. No, KDB, absolutely. So it's time to start making those transfers. Hopefully you haven't made them yet, because we're getting team news in the next sort of half hour to 40 minutes. Team news is going to be drifting in. As soon as we hear anything, we'll read it out live on here. I've not made my transfers. Signore and Scott, have you made yours?
No, you'll be a fool to do them on the final day before leaks come out.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I've just brought in KDB, so I'm done now.
Oh God.
Oh dear, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Well, we're going to be talking about your teams, and then we'll like that. We'll talk about last game week a little bit. But if you're in the chat, hello, welcome. Thanks for watching. I mean, lots of people begged for this show to happen. I mean, literally about 3 people said, when are you doing another show? So here we are. You can't complain anymore. We're back for this hour-long epic this afternoon. Get involved in the chat. We read out comments and questions live on air. And I would say join our FPL Agony League. If you haven't already, it's a bit late. I don't know. Signore, you set it up. Do we have the same game code next season? Or will it change?
Probably not. It'll probably be different. But
Okay.
if I just reload the league, everyone should be in it still.
Fine. I mean, yeah, I won't bother reading out the code. But what we can do... Go on, Scott.
The problem is we've got the league. If someone could join right now and go straight to the top of the league after the leagues are recalculated, the league's set up so you just join at any point. You just join from where you are.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So whoever's top place in our league could be like, oh, I'm smashed this, and then some geezer comes in and takes the glory. That'd be hilarious.
And does that mean whoever's currently second in the FPL Agony League is going to fall a very, very, very long way? That would be terrible, because if we take a look at our FPL Agony League, we currently have... This is great. We currently have... This is brilliant. Signore in second place. Well done, Signore. 61 points in the last game week. You're currently on 2,510. Which is good stuff. Now, we're not massively far behind. We're not going to be catching up with Signore, are we, Scott? But we're pretty close together. Scott's currently in 14th place, 72 points in the last game week. So well done, 2449, and I'm on 2434. Got 62 points. So we did pretty well last game week. What's your? Do you look at your overall ranking, Scott?
Well, I don't know if you remember our last game week show about 4 years ago. It was actually game week 30, and I was looking back at this, and I said on the stream, I said I was like 260, 70k or nearly 300k, and I felt like, well, I might play a wild card this week to really get that rank going again. And I did play a wild card that week. I think we all did. And I said my aim was the top 100k. In those game weeks since I played the wild card, I'm in the top 105k, I think it is, or 108k. So, I mean, I've got one game week to try and sneak into it, and I've got assistant manager active for the final week. So, on Pep, and I'm not going to change it. That's one of my... I can spoil like that. I'm not going to change my assistant manager.
Okay.
That it could come into effect. That it could really be beneficial for me in the end of the season. So, yeah, I'm hoping to really push it, try and get into that top 100k, because, yeah, I didn't expect to be in this position. So, quite chuffed about that.
So you're currently... This is how crazy this is, right? You are currently 105k overall ranking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's only 15 points between us. Right, my ranking is 145,000. I mean, it's crazy. 15 points, and you can jump up, 40,000 places. So, look at your overall ranking. Not too much. I'm not going to make that joke. Stop it, Signore. Your mind is terrible. Get out the gutter. Stop thinking about your ranking, okay? Let's start thinking about getting those points in this epic game week. But I'll tell you what, someone who didn't get points in the last game week, do you want to know who it is? because you both know this person. Someone did terribly last game week.
Oh, goodness me. This is a nightmare week for someone.
This is a nightmare week. Someone did really, really badly in game week 37. I'll let you know who it is. It is Carsten with his Oh Dear Team of the Week. 17 points. This has got to be an abandoned team, surely.
Yeah, it's
I mean, if it wasn't abandoned before, it's going to be abandoned now. Oh my days!
Oh, I love how he's got Odegaard, the Spurs geezer, and didn't he only score 1 goal this season against West Ham? I wonder if he brought him in before. He's either brought him in before that and foreshadowed a successful game week, or he's brought him in after that and he's done nothing since. How gutted would you be? Could you imagine?
Yeah. It's quite crazy. I mean, look at that bench. Should have played the bench boost.
Well, don't cuss it. I played a bench boost and got 7 points. So actually, this is not far off. It's not far off.
Oh dear! And Scott, you're the only one with a chip.
Yeah.
Which is quite exciting. A few extra points there, or maybe we shall see. Connor is in the chat. Connor is very happy, as are all of the Spurs fans. So well done. To be honest, I have to say, it's been a great season because you got teams.
I didn't know. What's happened?
You know, it's been a great season for the small clubs, hasn't it? You know, Newcastle Carabao Cup, Palace winning FA Cup, Spurs winning the Europa League, and who knows, Chelsea might be able to join them next week with the Conference League. It's been great for the small teams, isn't it, Signore?
Oh yeah, indeed. You know, Aberdeen winning the Scottish Cup.
That's true. Yes.
Was it some weird like Go Ahead Eagles winning the Dutch Cup or something? Was it Bologna or Genoa winning the Coppa Italia? Scott's
going to jump in here with some more breaking news, I think.
Apparently, Trent is on the bench.
Okay.
Vardio is starting at left back, which is good news for FPL.
Okay. Yep.
And Marmoush is starting as well.
Okay.
So,
and we can talk about this. Actually, let's talk about this now because I think this is really important. This is our race for Europe, and this, Connor, is just for you.
Yeah, lucky.
Well done, mate.
That is lovely, mate. That is lovely, mate. Really nice, mate. He's done quite well there, mate.
That's done quite well. Mate. Nice, mate. He's everyone's mate. Look at him. Happy Ange. He's got his second season trophy. So let's talk about the race for Europe. What is going on? Okay. Now, given Arsenal's goal difference, they're almost certainly finishing second. 3rd to 5th place are getting Champions League football. And if we have a look at that, that could be anyone from City down to Forest, right? For some teams, it's easier than others, okay? Some teams just need to win today, and that's enough, okay? Some have to rely on a few other things happening to make that work. Now, so 3rd to 5th, Champions League. 6th and 7th, looking at Europa League. And depending on what happens next week in the Chelsea match, that 8th place is up for grabs with a Conference League place. So most of the teams on the screen right now are going to be in Europe. Okay, which is good news, but some want better Europe than others. Fine. So let's start off. Let's go through each of these teams. Let's work out what we're thinking in terms of transfers, how this impacts FPL this week. So let's start with Man City. Now, it could go, we were talking just before the show, it could go really, really wrong for Man City, couldn't it, Scott?
It could, but I don't think it will. They've hit the form at the right time. They generally have. They've been steamrolling teams. I know they drew with Southampton a couple of weeks back, which is a bit unexpected, but they've come back when they needed to. De Bruyne has stepped up in his final few games. Haaland's come back at the right time.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to stop that, right? I'm going to stop that right there. The second I brought Kevin De Bruyne into my team, he decided to stop playing football.
Yeah.
Right? that guy, no, he's annoyed me, man.
Yeah, that's fine. I brought him in early enough to actually capitalise on it. I brought him on in a -4, and I think he earned me about 20 plus points in the end that I would have had. So I'm not complaining.
Does anyone know the answer to Connor's question? Connor said about Palace FA Cup winners taking Europa League spot.
Yeah, they have got the Europa League spot because they won FA Cup.
Yeah, there was some kind of like debate whether they would get it or not, because apparently there's some ownership between them and Lyon that's a bit of like conflict of interests.
Yeah.
But apparently it's all fine. So they'll be playing European football next year.
Is that in addition to 6th and 7th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 8 teams playing in Europe, isn't there, next season?
There's so much Europe happening. It's lovely. It's Nigel's nightmare, isn't it? Let's be honest. No, we won't mention his name. Proper Brexit geezer. Right, okay. So, race for Europe. Now, I'm thinking, though, given that, in theory, it could go really wrong for City. As you said, it probably won't. But if City lose and Newcastle, Chelsea and Villa win, then that's no Champions League football for Man City. So I'm just thinking, given that could happen, can we rely on some Man City players today to do the business, or are you thinking no to City? What are you thinking?
I mean, now with that news, I will take out De Bruyne.
Yeah, he
is my planned transfer out now. And I'll just go into the game week. Because the thing is, he's a midfielder. We know when Marmoush is starting. He's a striker on the game, obviously. He's just chopping up what you've got. It's just going to cost you minus points. So for me, I'm going to go into the final game of the season with 2 City assets. Vardio and Pep AM. I think there's no point in messing about and chopping.
Not Marmoush. Would you recommend Marmoush in today?
For this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think now we know he's definitely starting. I think he had a great game the other day. He's got an absolute cracker. I mean, but he looked...
goal of the season contender, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like he's come into form and just where they needed him. It's almost inspired him to come back with Haaland not injured anymore. The strikers, I think there's a long list of players you could have in your front three for this game week. I mean, anyone else? Go on, sorry.
If you're playing 3 at the front, like me, all right. Let's say you're playing 3 at the front, right? Who are out of those teams? How are you ranking them? Because you've got players like Marmoush, Isak, Watkins, Wood. Anyone else spring to mind? Who would you put up in a front 3?
My front 3, based on team news and all of that stuff, would probably be with fixtures: Isak, Evan Nilsson. Ooh.
I'm gonna say Watkins.
And Watkins. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Watkins. I think Man United are just done. And there's news Onana isn't playing as well now. He's not even in the squad, apparently.
Yeah, but surely that gives Man U the advantage.
Took that word right out of my mouth.
Yeah, so let's actually talk about Villa, because they are currently 6th. They have not a great goal difference compared to the other teams, so they're going to need to really rely on points to get into that top 5. Do you think they're a good bet for FPL today, Signore?
Yeah, I do. I just think, look, Man United, forget the status. Just focus on their performances. They're going to leak goals. They're going to. You know, Villa are going to push for this win today because they need to win, really, Villa. You know, because if they draw and Chelsea draw, that kind of sets Chelsea safe, you know, because of our goal difference. They really need to win to put pressure on Chelsea and Forest. So they're going to go out, I think. and I think Watkins is going to front that. I think Rodgers is another good call today. And they've been solid, Villa. Like, they've kept a few clean sheets, haven't they?
So if you could start 3 City assets, you would. Villa assets, sorry.
Villa, yeah, I think if I had a free hit, I'd definitely bring in 2.
If you have 3 in your squad, would you play all 3? Would you start all 3?
Maybe 2. Because I think there's loads of other good options today. Like when there's a couple of Brentford players that are still really, really good. You could take a punt on Chelsea and Forest, but I think that game's going to have loads of goals in it. I won't have a defender
on a free hit. On a free hit, definitely.
On a free hit, Newcastle. But now we know Isak's playing. You play Isak.
He's just walked in. Apparently, Isak has just walked into St James's Park. He's walked. He's just.
It's in Scott's bedroom.
1 second.
Knocked on the door. So yeah, do you know what I mean? There's loads of interesting transfers to be made today.
I would. So, but if you're just on a normal team, you're on just normal transfers, not making transfers. You've currently got 3 Villa assets. Do you start all 3?
Possibly.
I might have
Watkins, Rodgers, Konsa.
Yeah, I mean that's solid. Have you got Martinez, Matt?
So my 3 Spurs players are Martinez, Konsa, and Rodgers.
Villa players, you mean, not Spurs?
What?
You just said Spurs.
Sorry. No, do you know why I said Spurs? It's because I'm about to bring Spurs into the conversation. That's why. And also, Conniger has filled up the chat.
Has he really?
Connor's filled up the chat with Spurs talk. That's my 3. I quite fancy bringing in Watkins, but then someone has to go. And the problem is, Martinez has been quite good for me. It feels like a difficult move to try and make because I have to I'm swapping out on my goalkeeper on Gameweek 38. Doesn't make any sense.
No,
Rodgers.
Who's your other keeper?
Henderson.
Yeah, stick Martinez.
Palace have got who?
Liverpool.
So no.
That's quite tricky because
that's the hangover game of the season, isn't it? Both teams have won
100%.
something. They're going to play free football. So
I just look at it and think to bring in Watkins is really tricky. As you said, you've got Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I would say is if you could move Rodgers, basically, would you rather have Rodgers or Watkins this game week?
Is it really that choice? Given that I've got I've got KDB as well, though.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm looking at a -4 in this situation. Then
you've got
but that's not terrible.
We've got 10 viewers, people. Wow. almost. Oh, we're down. It's 8.
Oh, you just dropped 2 people ducked out and you said that. Thanks, mate.
They've been sent off. We almost had 11 aside. 7 now. It's 7 aside. We're on the small pitches.
Bye, everyone.
But yeah, definitely. I feel like that's quite tricky because is there a defensive transfer you want to make? Not really. If you can't really take up Martinez for another goalkeeper because you're not going to play them anyway. So that becomes pointless. So it's then Rodgers or Watkins.
Konsa.
Yeah, but I mean, again, defensively.
Yeah, defensively doesn't make sense.
Concept and making a transfer that's going to benefit you. I don't see any defender out there this week that sticks out as a massive transfer in, apart from Vardiol. But most people have got him now. So for me, you're looking at Rodgers or Watkins.
I'm not sure it's worth it in that situation. I don't think it's worth using up a transfer.
No.
Or 2 transfers to basically enable Watkins coming in and Rodgers going out. It doesn't make sense.
Like I said, there's loads of other options out there. So who's your other forwards? You've got Haaland.
You've got Isak.
Anyway. And Haaland.
Play them too.
I would.
But anyway, we can kind of see. That's fine. We'll talk about teams in a moment. Let's just finish up with this table. In terms of players who I don't fancy off this list, it's got to be Brighton. Actually, even though they're playing Spurs, part of me thinks that if Spurs can get past their hangover, the prospect of winning the trophy last week and also finishing above Manchester United, then I kind of think that's a tricky one to recommend any Brighton players. If you were to make some predictions about what that top 5 is looking like, let's start with you, Scott.
Oh.
Because it is very, very close.
It's closer than close.
Who sang that song?
Closer than you can even imagine. Can't
I think
remember,
it will do
actually.
it. It's
I've got mine. Shall I go first? I'll go with mine while you have a kind of a think. So I think in terms of that top 5, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle and Villa. And I don't think Chelsea are going to win today. And I think Forest are really going to show up. So I don't think it's going to happen for us today. And I think we're looking at...
Forest are at home as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we ain't got forward. But thanks, Nick Jackson.
Is he for real? Madness.
Having a water break. Can I just comment? Can I just jump in while you think of your predictions? Bazza has said thoughts on Garnacho to Spurs rumours.
Well, if it's true, it's great for Spurs. Let's be fair.
Is it actually what's coming out? I've not seen that at all.
I don't know.
Is it?
I don't think any of us are the people to ask for Spurs rumours. I'm not sure there's a team we care less about between the three of us. Maybe Arsenal as well. But
talking about that, let's see how Leighton Orient's getting on.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Orient.
Right.
So Charlton 1-0 half time.
Oh, God's sake.
Charlton 1-0.
It's most disappointing.
So there we go. That's what's happening in the League One playoff. Right, okay. What I want to do, because we could go on for this for hours, but actually let's talk about our teams. I'm slightly nervous because we've got just under 32 minutes left till that transfer deadline. Let's talk about fixtures and play Scott's favourite music. So this weekend, today, we have Bournemouth versus Leicester, Fulham versus Man City, Ipswich Town versus West Ham, Liverpool versus Palace, Man U versus Villa, Newcastle versus Everton, Forest versus Chelsea, Southampton v Arsenal, Spurs v Brighton, and Wolves v Brentford. Let me ask you, Signore, are there any matches you're looking forward to this weekend?
Well, not that I'm looking forward to it, but it's going to be the most exciting game. It's going to be the Michael Mancian derby. Or the John Terry derby. But then again, I suppose just for Scott, the Aaron Cresswell derby, that'd be really good.
Do you know why I look like that? For 3 reasons. Because 1, there's never been a point where Michael Mancian has ever referenced in an FPL video before. Across all content creators. The fact he's never been an option ever in the world. 2, you just stole my derby.
Oh, sorry.
Derby. 3, I'm actually really upset about Aaron Cresswell leaving West Ham. He's been there for 11 years, and we've got 11 viewers. How ironic at the right time.
We're going to lose 2 now.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks. Well done, mate. I'm just going to quickly jump in. Zion's got some predictions on top 5. Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, and Villa.
Oh, I forgot. Can you go back to the table again one more time, if you can?
Yeah, let's do it.
He does what he wants.
I completely forgot.
I forgot to let you answer the question I asked.
No, because also I forget about the top 5 thing. Imagine finishing 17th and getting the Champions League football. Madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a little bit
insane. No, okay.
Anyway.
So we're looking. I forget. I think Newcastle will get it. I think City will get it, and it's one of three. And I think Villa are going to get it.
Yeah.
I think Villa will beat United. I think you guys are going to draw, and Newcastle will beat Everton. That's what I think is going to happen.
How do you feel about that, Signore?
Oh well, not. I don't really care as long as Chelsea get top 5, you know. So, but I'm like you. Like if we turn up, we could easily win today. But if we don't turn up, it does look very bad for us. And that's the same for Wednesday's game as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the only
absolutely.
team that I feared in the whole of the Mickey Mouse Trophy in Europe was Real Betis, and that's who we got in the final.
I think we need to start thinking about transfers, to be honest.
Well, similar to Matt, I've got Saliba in my team, and it's pointless taking him out, isn't it?
Yeah.
The waste for a transfer. I'd rather focus on the front.
You can just bench him.
I'm going to have to.
Right, Signore, this is your current team. What are you thinking? You have KDB. You also have Watkins, though, which is great.
Mm-hmm. So,
how many free transfers do you have? 1.
1, but I'm going to do 2.
Yeah.
So it's KDB out and Mateta out. I really want Even Nilsson, but I think I can squeeze in Isak, and I don't know which one to put in now. And then I think the midfield option is Bowen. Surely that makes sense. I'm just going to see if I can do that, actually. Can I get Isak in? If I can't, then it's straightforward. So
I can do
KDB out.
I could have done that before. I can easily do that now. But who would you take out? Isak?
I can't afford Isak, so that's made my mind up. So that's Even Nilsson in.
You're going to do it?
Well, yeah, it's there. Might as well while I'm talking to you guys.
Fine.
And
all right.
Who do I captain?
Locking in a transfer.
Oh, I've done a -4. I've just done it.
Wow.
That's
well
exciting,
done.
Isn't it?
You can have that.
Thank you. So Bowen and Even Nilsson in for KDB and Mateta. Mateta. I got 3.2 in the bank, which means nothing now.
Have you got Visser?
I do.
Are you starting him today?
I am.
Nice.
Murphy is my only playing sub.
All right, so obviously this is last game week, and my current lineup, which I'm not revealing for purposes.
You're not.
No,
okay,
yet.
we'll move on then.
No, this is last week.
It's an FPL show, but we're not showing you our teams, folks.
Would you start? Would you start Konza today? Is a question.
I am.
Okay, good. Would you double up on Arsenal defence if you had the opportunity to? Would you start a Newcastle defender?
No.
Oh.
Like Pope's on my bench, I'm starting Raya. Because I actually think, even though they're at home, I think Everton will nick a goal. And depending when that goal is, it might be a bit nervy for Tyneside up there. I still think they'll win Newcastle, but I just think it'll be a bit nervy for them.
So I'm playing a 4-4-2 today, currently, before transfers.
Classic Sean Dyche, go.
I had something to say then, but I thought no. Munoz on the bench, Sarr on the bench, and Wood on the bench. Any of them would you start over my current lineup?
Maybe
which
Wood.
I sent you both early. Yeah, but for who? What? Take out one of the centre back, one of the defenders.
Yeah. So who's your thing is? Oh, take out your Newcastle defender.
Burn. So take out Burn. I feel like I want to start, and I feel like I want to start them at home as well. I feel like I'm going to start Burn today. The only
Okay.
thing I need to do is I'm going to make that transfer and take KDB out. It's now 1 or 2 options, and it makes it so much easier knowing that's the transfer. But I can afford whoever I want basically, and it's between Saka and Bowen.
Has there been anyone? Because I've just looked at my team. I've not had Bowen all season, and now I've got him.
Neither have I.
And I've had Salah all season. Has there been someone you've had the whole season?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, that is a fantastic question, and
Oh.
it would have been.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that, Scott. What?
Rodgers. That is a fantastic question. Do you want me to say it again? That's a fantastic question.
Thank you.
In all seriousness, it would have been Rodgers, but I took him out. When was it?
Yeah.
On the wild card, and I brought him back a week later, or 2 weeks later, when they had their double game week.
I've not. My team's complete. My team's not been the same at all. There's no one there from the beginning of the season. I think Zion's had Onana in his team from the beginning of the season. What's your overall ranking? Right.
Oh no. What's your ranking?
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So we're just under 23 minutes left. I'd quite like to wrap up.
Are we
my
sharing
transfers
captains or not yet?
Yeah. Well, we should do.
Scott might not.
When
Scott
are you
in a restaurant? He'll show you your food, but you can't eat it.
Yeah.
I'm going to order something off this menu, but you're not going to find out what it is.
Right. I'm going to my team while Scott is just staring at his phone. Right.
You're going to do it live. Why don't you just open up the FPL website and just do it?
Well, this is where I'm at the moment. I mean, because it's just on the iPad, it stretches the players out and it makes it difficult to see. So let's look at this first, I suppose. So KDB needs to go.
Indeed.
Okay. Part of me, do you know what? Going into this game week, I was looking at Haaland and thinking, it's just an expensive paperweight. Haaland's not scoring today.
Don't know. He has scored a few goals against Fulham in the past.
I just feel like it's so expensive.
I mean, you've taken a -4, John. Sorry, Matt. This is about you.
I have taken a hit, yes. My third of the season.
We've got a question in the chat. Best replacement for Sarr and Vardy? Firstly, I just want to say, fair play for having Vardy in your team.
Yeah.
Fair play.
I mean, cheap option. I'm trying
Bowen,
to
I think.
The same sort of.
Surely Bowen.
Well, I'm thinking forwards first. Bowen is a great shout if you can afford him, but I would think either Nilsson or Wissa. They're the better, cheaper options, aren't they? I mean, I know you disregarded Brighton earlier, but Welbeck could be a good differential today against Tottenham.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I would say Evan Nilsson because he's cheaper, 5.9. Vardy's 5.4 or something. I mean, Vissa's 6.2 now. You might be stretching it there, and then if he's got 2 free transfers, what's his name? Buki.
Yeah,
Buki.
Right. I would probably say Sarr and Vardy out to Bowen and Evan Nilsson if you can afford it. Even on the -4. Even on the -4, I think that's quite good. I would do that on the -4. I would make 2 of those moves if I could afford Saka and Bowen on a -4. I would do it, but I can't.
You'd bring in Saka today?
Yeah, I still might do that.
Why?
Interesting.
Because I just think if he starts, that's huge. For triple up for me, triple up Arsenal and Southampton, double clean sheet.
Yeah, I mean,
the only problem is Yeah, exactly. And I think his minutes might be managed. They've got nothing to play for, have they?
Oh, apparently Foden's starting. Not that it means anything.
Yay.
That is a punt you would take KDB out for, in my opinion. For Foden. That's the only, like...
Right. My team's on the screen. I'm currently in transfer view. Okay. So, in
Someone
terms
just
of...
typed in, Bowen starts. I was like, yeah, I think it will be as captain of the football club.
Right. Well, where do I even start with this? So, KDB. Who's the obvious replacement here for KDB? Let's just have a look. Lots of people, nearly 500,000 people are transferring Bowen in to play against Ipswich Town. Second place with 345,000 is Saka. So, who should I bring in?
And you can afford both.
Yes, I can actually. Yeah, I've got enough in the bank. Yeah, to afford both. So who you picking?
I mean, I've gone Bowen because I know he's a good cheaper option.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, I know it sounds strange. It's Arsenal at home to Southampton. It's the final game. Are they going to switch it around a lot? How many minutes is Saka going to play?
So you're leaning more towards Bowen.
Yeah.
Okay, so in theory, if I make that move, KDB to Bowen, which is never the words I'd ever thought I'd say ever this season, fine. So I've got one free transfer left. Hey, this is a good stat from Bazza. Last time Southampton got relegated, their final game of the season was 4-4 with Liverpool.
That'd be good.
That's a great stat. Wow.
That's knowledge right there.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Hey, for Bants, why don't you just bring in our main man, or your main man, Carlson, for
Would you another just
Henderson?
Do you know what? Going into this week, I was actually going to bring in Scott Carson in over Henderson and captain him genuinely, and I still could. I was genuinely going to do that. That was my plan for this game week.
Just make sure you got a really good vice captain.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Pep does one of his madnesses and he brings him on in like the last minute?
Thanks for everything. Has he got? Is he signing a new contract for next season?
No, that one's not sorted out yet.
I want him at City until he's 50. That geezer's got at least 2 more Champions League trophies in him.
That geezer. I swear, Pep always signs his like ancient English goalkeepers. Just sticks them like 98th on the bench. Just sit there, son. Just sit there. He sits there as a fan. He's got like a permanent season ticket at City.
And he gets paid to sit there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
How much is Scott Carson paid a week?
I don't, more than us put together. I think our yearly salaries come down to it sometimes.
Oh my God. Right, would you start Kiwior over Burn?
Yes.
Okay, so
Who said that?
Me.
Is that you? Yeah, I like that.
That was me with my voice.
That's a great option, I think.
So my back 3 is going to be Gvardiol, Konza, and Kiwior.
Newcastle have just tweeted out a picture of Isak in sunglasses.
Is he on holiday or is he at a stadium?
He's in the stadium.
Right, we have 15 minutes until the deadline, so I'm getting the heart's beating a little faster here. Ah, dear.
Go on then, mate.
So that's my back 3 sorted. My midfield, I'm all right with that?
I would play those. Yeah. Yeah, I would.
So I'd have Rodgers, Mbeumo, Bowen, and
Murphy.
Yeah, I wouldn't have Saar, but is Murphy a good option? Could I change out Murphy? Because if I've got Haaland, Isak, and Wissa at the front three, that's okay. That's okay. I'm talking to myself. Everyone's literally making their transfers. This is so funny. I'm like, what about these moves? And you're sitting there going, oh.
No, I'm trying to see if there's any like new gossip. There isn't. It's all old news.
I think.
I can afford Isak. Come back.
Don't worry about Matt.
For Wood.
There's 13 minutes left.
Right, what do you need, Matt?
Well, I've got 1 free transfer and 3 million in the bank.
So you could
So
upgrade Murphy.
I could upgrade Saar or Murphy.
Yeah, but then think about this. Are you going to want to play your front three? If you are, then focus on your midfield. If you're not, then focus on upgrading.
My only
forward.
concern, weirdly, is Haaland. Is that just a waste of a spot?
It sounds so strange, doesn't it?
You know,
But
I'm saying things in this episode I never thought I'd say. KDB to Bowen, and then should I transfer out Haaland?
No, I'd start Haaland. Easy.
Yeah, but like obviously I'm not going to bench him. I'll transfer him out. So, okay, if I had to look at Saar, and I go replace, and I choose affordable. I mean, what are the options here, honestly? Semenyo, Trossard, Rice, Eze, Odegaard, Martinelli.
Trossard might not be a bad call, today.
Diaz starts, apparently. For Liverpool.
Oh. Gordon.
Gordon's not a bad shot either, But you've already got 3 Newcastle, so forget that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. There's no good midfield options. Who's good? Saka. I can't afford Saka. Unless I take out Mbeumo, and I'm not doing that.
No, in that case. In all honesty, Matt, I would maybe just keep your team as it is.
I need to start locking stuff in, to be honest with you.
I mean, if I keep it, I know we've got 11 minutes left. I mean, if I keep it in, I'm bringing in Scott Carson.
No, don't waste it.
What? Oh yeah, I'm going to save my free transfer for next game week, am I?
Yeah, let it roll for game week 1. No, as in, no, yeah, I get that, but make it an actual transfer.
And do
let's be
what?
honest, if Ederson doesn't start, Ortega is going to start. KDB out. That's fine. You got 1 transfer. Use it on someone else.
Like what, though? Because do I take a -4, bringing Watkins over Haaland, and then take out Konza?
Carson. You could still bring in Scott Carson for Martinez. Haaland for Watkins. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah!
I can't believe this is going to be a thing. Is this going to be a thing?
Replace.
You're going to do
now,
it, innit?
How far down have I got to scroll to get to Scott Carson?
You've got to find cookies, I think.
Championship Premier League FPL.
There he is. Right.
This needs to be a short.
So Henderson being replaced by Carson, which enables a free Aston. No, it doesn't. I've got to do Martinez, haven't I?
Yeah, Martinez to Carson.
No, I'm not doing that.
What, then you're playing Henderson?
I've got to play Henderson against Liverpool.
All right. Oh, no, take out Konza then. Not worth it.
Oh, sorry, Scott.
It was nearly a thing.
I was nearly a thing. That would have been a golden move.
We've got 10 minutes, people. We need to do something about this.
Right,
guys, who would you captain? I've currently got Salah as captain, but I am thinking about Mbueno or Watkins. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to pick a defender over Konza. So you're on your own, mate.
Got any
Yeah.
idea?
Oh,
Captain Salah.
Your captain,
Salah?
Salah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Salah's currently my captain, but I was thinking of going a little bit different.
Then go different, then, mate. So why
why are so many people transferring in Ben White?
Because
I think
Saliba
because
Saliba.
he's like going to play, I think. But so they say.
Should I swap Konza for Wan-Bissaka?
I like that move. I like that move.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
That is
I
actually a
do.
nice move.
I love that
That is
move.
a nice move.
And then Haaland to Watkins. I could have brought in Evan Nilsson, you know, over Haaland. That doesn't make sense. That's such. Why did I say that out loud? Right. Okay. -4. I have then Konza to Wan-Bissaka, KDB to Bowen, and then Haaland to Watkins. Who do I captain? Watkins or Isak?
I would probably go Isak if he's starting.
Is Watkins starting?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
How many points
Watkins
Bowen got
against-
this season?
Okay, there's 7.5 minutes left. Am I taking this -4?
Oh, God.
Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to do it.
Oh,
Only
God,
this
he's done
once. Bye, Haaland. You're never being in my team again. Watch him score
Oh my
5
god.
today.
Jesus Christ, that was mad.
Right, okay. So, Burn. Bringing in Kirior. Puts Saliba as third. Sub. Captain. Watkins or Isak?
It's scary, man.
I think if I had him in my team, Isak would have been my captain
But Man
over
U is-
everyone else.
Newcastle are at home, aren't they? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they need to win, and he's on pens. There's a lot of boxes that gets ticked there.
So, what a better combination? Saka and Isak, Bowen and Isak.
I like Bowen and Isak, personally.
Over Saka and Isak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Bowen.
Arsenal haven't done any team news, and it's really winding me up. I think I'm going to go Salah as captain. I've looked at a couple of the big players on social media, and 3 out of the 5 of them have got Salah as captain.
Right. I'm going to captain Isak. Newcastle at home. Newcastle going to go all out to get that Champions League place.
I like that.
Oh, man, I'm going to kick myself if Salah blanks.
But Watkins against Man U. What's their points recently? I know Isak missed a game. 9 points against Brighton, 2. 3 against Everton. Let's look at Watkins' form. Watkins has slightly better form going into it.
Bruno starts for United. Said no one ever.
Right. Oh, God. There's 4.5 minutes left.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick. Oh, dare I say this. I need a crystal ball to tell me who's going to score the most points this week, but it's never going to happen, is it?
I think that's going to be Bowen over Saka.
You're going to captain Bowen.
No, I mean, I think Bowen's coming in over Saka.
This how we're
I would do
streaming,
that.
and none of us are listening
I
to
would
each
do
other.
that.
I am.
I would do Bowen over Saka. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd definitely do that. That's solid. I think I've made... Oh, I know, Bazza. I know. Watkins against Man U away, or Isak at home against Everton. What's Everton got to play for here?
Nothing.
No, it's
They're
in
playing
the...
for Ants.
Yeah, they literally they could. It makes no difference to them. They will be 13th.
Saka's not starting, I don't think.
Who?
Saka's not starting.
Saka's not starting.
Apparently, I've just seen something on FPL Pack on the chat. Thank you. Thought I'd give you a little shout out. Nawari, Havertz, Sterling all starting, apparently.
3 minutes, guys.
Is that right? Or are people just having a bit of banter in that chat?
I reckon. There's been nothing
I just
on
think
Saka.
it's too much of a gap. I'm worried about Saka minutes. Honestly, I think if Saka starts, I don't think he's playing the whole game.
There's 2 minutes left. Anyone in the audience tell me, who would you pick, Isak or Watkins as captain?
What, for captain?
Yeah.
Isak. If that's the question you're asking, I'm not the answer. It's Isak.
Yeah. I would go Isak, Matt.
Okay, fine. I'm overstressing it. By the way, it's still 1-0 in the League One playoff. Charlton's still 1-0 ahead.
Right, if I
better
brought in
screenshot
Isak,
my team before I get locked out.
If I brought in Isak, who am I taking out? Vissar, Wood, or Watkins? Not Watkins.
Oof.
I feel like I'm just going to take out Wood, but then Wood, who would I start?
Isak and
I
Watkins.
take up. What, on bench Wissa and play 4 at the back?
Well, then play Wissa.
Yeah, but I could play all 3 of them if I want to.
Yeah, play all 3 then.
Well, which defender would you take out?
Burn. Yeah, I mean, you've only got you've got a minute and a half, pal. I'm locked now, so I'm stopped stressing about it.
So bench Burn for...
Oh, I think that was banned, what I said earlier from people in the chat.
But Saka.
Yeah.
I'm going to bench Konsa, I think.
Okay. And I think we're done.
50 seconds left, folks. 50 seconds left. If you've not made your transfer, make it now.
Oh, I'll make it now.
Zion says Isak.
I think I'm totally going to regret.
Says Isak. Bazza says Watkins.
Scott Carlson, pal.
Scott Carson. I'm really sorry I couldn't bring you in. But there's always next season, mate. Always next season. Right, 20 seconds left.
I think we're done.
Zion's
and the
done.
agony's over.
Maybe Osman's done. No idea. Get ready.
Okay, we're all good. We done?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's it. We've met the deadline. That concludes the deadline. That's it.
Damn.
What's done is done. I wish everyone good luck. But before we wrap up the show, of course, it is time for everybody's favourite part of the show. Well done
Oh, I
to
forgot
9
about
if you're
this.
still here. So this is a game of Who Are Ya? You can see a blurred picture of a Premier League footballer. You have to guess who they are. We'll wait for Scott to be ready.
I'm ready.
You ready? I reckon he just made a little transfer.
I think he has as well.
I did.
He
I took
wants that
-4.
top 100k spot.
I took a -4.
You went Saka, didn't you? No?
What did you do, Scott?
Isaac?
What did
No,
you
I
do?
I didn't go Saka. I just think that Arsenal game, if there's going to be goals in it, it's going to be spread across that team.
Was it Jesus?
No. You want me?
I was going to say Ian Wright.
Are you able to get my confirmed team on the screen? What
No.
it looks like?
Well, not unless you.
Send it to you right now.
How?
That too much?
Yeah,
It's
why are we
too much.
stressing?
Shit.
Season's over. Why are we
I
stressing?
could get it on the screen. If you send me a screenshot, I'll put it on the team. I'll put it on the screen, sorry. Just send it over.
You sure?
Yeah. Where is it?
Come on, Scott. The
Come on,
fans of
Scott, hurry up.
play. Who are you?
And the reason why I didn't confirm it straight away was because I'm in a mini league that you guys know about. I'm in a mini league where basically I'm 31 points clear with assistant manager, and I needed to see what either of us would do. I've taken a -4 to bring back Isaac on the final game of the season. I've taken
You captained him.
no. I captained Salah. I took out De Bruyne for Bowen. I'm quite happy with that.
So this is Scott's team
I've
on the
sent it over to
screen
the group chat.
right now.
Oh wow, that was quick.
Yeah, I don't mess around.
I think I would have
That's what I'm
captained
going with.
Isaac if I had him, Scott.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And that would have
Anyway,
made
it's
up for
all
the
good,
-4,
boys.
right?
Green arrows for everyone.
To be honest, that Liverpool Palace game is either going to be 0-0 or 5-5. It's going to be. They're going to be
Yeah.
partying no matter what. I think. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Right. Thank you for that, Scott. Are you ready for Who Are Ya?
Yes. Actually, yeah.
Good. Okay, with 11 people watching, here is the photo of who you need to guess. Who's that?
Kivior.
Here he goes. I got it. Who?
I didn't say that, thank you. Kivior.
It's not. It's not the right team, not the right position, not the right age, not the right club, nothing. So that's a lame guess.
Wrong game, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Kind of different game. I
Right,
think.
go on, Signore, you have a guess.
God, I don't know. It's like they've got a bit of a shaved sort of head or very short hair.
White shirt,
Type in
maybe?
Foden.
Foden?
Don't know. Let's go Foden.
It's not Foden, but it is a midfielder. I've got a guess from the audience. Should we put in the audience guess? So, Solanke says Bazza, which I think's a...
No, but he's
No,
not.
but it's a forward.
Wait. He's not a.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Porro says Corbs,
He's not a.
but it's not. It's a midfielder, guys. Midfielder. Who's that?
Oh, jeez, here we go. Right.
So all we know is it's a midfielder.
God, I ain't got a clue. I really am dumbfounded.
Anyone in the chat want to have a guess at who this midfielder is? I mean, what do we know?
I bet it's like an old picture of him as well.
I mean, it's their
He's a
shirt
midfielder.
number's
They're
less
young.
than 15, so they're probably first team. Looks like a white shirt, maybe. Fulham,
Yeah.
Spurs. Or it's not. Yeah, Fulham or Spurs. You want to guess?
Soler.
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 West Ham Soler.
Yeah, what number is he for you, though?
Okay.
Right, higher than 1.
Higher than 4, lower than 15. Midfielder. Bazza says Gibbs White.
I
Do you
don't
want to try it?
Right. Give it a go. It could be a Forest guy.
Right, it's higher than 10, though.
Higher than 10.
Lower than 15.
Lower than 15.
Midfielder. Zion says Matt O'Reilly.
Oh!
No, but we've already done Foden. And
Yeah.
he's not at City.
Matt O'Reilly, isn't that the Brighton guy?
Trying to think of the.
That's the
But
Brighton
I'm trying
guy.
to think of the 150 midfielders Chelsea have got.
How am I spelling Riley? Is he with an
Oh,
I?
is it not the guy? Do you know what?
It's
If it's not
the
him,
Brighton
is it not
guy.
the guy at Leicester?
I'm going to do Matt O'Reilly. No, it's not.
Oh.
Try the guy at Leicester.
The Leicester.
L begins with K.
Oh, yeah,
L.
yeah. L.
K blah, blah,
The one that...
blah, blah, blah.
Right, we get some more.
EL.
Yeah, but it's his shirt number. EL.
Yeah, what's his shirt number?
That one.
Yeah,
Bilal.
Bilal El Kanous.
Yeah.
No way, he's got
Well
it.
done.
Yeah, he's got me out.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. You get the final
sorry,
hurrah
my
of the
stream's
season.
been lagging. My stream's been lagging.
Who do you reckon, Scott?
Who's that Leicester geezer? One with the one El Canoes. No, just me.
Yeah. Well done, everyone. Super. That brings us to the end of this stream. The end of the season. Well, kickoffs at... When's kickoff? Is it 4?
Yeah, we still got over.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's got time now to enjoy their post Sunday lunch pudding. Get the beers ready. Final game of the season. I have TNT, so I have to watch Man U versus Villa. Great.
Mm.
Yay. Yeah. Cool. It's been a season, hasn't it? Stuff's happened. The people who we thought were
It's
going to
been
be
really
great.
hard at times, yeah.
The people who we thought were going to be great haven't been great. What have you learnt from the season,
They haven't.
Signore? What's your lesson from
It's
today?
okay not to make transfers.
Especially if they bank
I've
up
only
to 5
taken-
now.
Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? I've only taken this is my third hit of the season, so I've
Wow.
only had a minus 12 overall. In other years, I've taken way more hits,
Yeah, I think I'm a
and
minus
because of that,
16
do you know what? I
overall this
think I'm
season.
actually jumped in rank because I'm in the top 24k, so I'm hoping for a green arrow.
Scott, you just made a mistake in calculating the total number of minuses you've taken this season, because depending on how it plays with your other league, you don't want that to backfire, mate. Scott, what have you learnt from this season?
I think at times I've rolled when I didn't need to. And I've probably made a transfer when I didn't need to. So, I go back to that, what was it, blank game week 29, when I had 4 free transfers for blank game week 29. And I brought in all players that would start that game week. And I was going to wildcard anyway. So it was taking out Ben Johnson for Ipswich for Aaron Cresswell, who had obviously been playing, who had started the last 3 matches under Potter. I bring him in for that fixture, and he's benched, and he comes on for a 1-pointer. Ben Johnson also came on for a 1-pointer, and that was a whole transfer missed. And then when I brought in KDB, I had to take a -4. It obviously paid off, but I could have done that for free. So I just feel like it's just knowing, taking your. Sometimes it's just better to stick and not make those transfers if it's not going to make any difference. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So.
I think they agree with you as well, Scott.
I think everyone does.
Right. Let's wrap it up there. It's the end of the show. Do you want to do the sign off?
Of course.
Yeah, why not? You know, peeps, don't worry if you don't win anything. You can always win something in your 25th season. So join us next season on FPL Agony, where we will share more stress, anxieties.
And agony. They make us love the pain of this game.
Thank you very much for watching this season. All of your comments, all your funny stories, of course, all the games of Who Are Ya. Have a brilliant season. Have a brilliant summer. And most importantly, may all of your arrows be green. Good night.